Knowsy Neighbors fans, it's Jessica Carton from Murdock Manwaring Company, your real estate group here in Idaho Falls, your nosy neighbors. Thanks for joining us today. We are at a place that's a hot topic, especially in real estate right now. We are out at Universal Flooring. Everybody wants to remodel their house. A lot of people say, oh, do I want to move? Do I not? I want to remodel my house. Well, flooring is a huge thing you can do to increase the value of your home. So we're going to talk to Jason Perkins today and find out all about options in flooring. By the way, if you love local businesses like we do, please like and follow our page and go and take a look at some of the other local businesses here on the page that are amazing. Visit them. It's Christmas time. Frequent those businesses. We are out. And if you love real estate like we do, please like and follow the Murdock Manwaring Company page. We have our recent stats video, which is so interesting. We've got helpful tips and tricks. And if we can help you sell your home or buy a home, we would love to do that here in Southeast Idaho. All right, we are at 170 East Stanley, which if you head up Holmes toward Highway 20, you're gonna take a left just before you get to Highway 20, you're gonna take a left and go on in there. So watch for this, right across from Norco. Let's go in and talk to Jason and find out all about cool flooring. Well, hey, Jason, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. Still going to ask some questions about Universal Flooring?
You bet.
Fantastic. All right, Jason, who are you?
Well, I run things around here.
So you're the boss?
Yeah.
Are you the janitor and the manager all together?
Kind of. Yeah, I run everything.
Perfect. So tell us, what is Universal Flooring?
Well, we are a floor covering company, and we supply all of our installers and all our customers, builders, investors, realtors, everybody. If down to the basic remodeler, we supply all their floor covering for them, and we provide installation services.
So this is any flooring. If you had a house all the way up to a commercial building, you guys cover it all?
Yep.
And everything in between?
You bet.
Like an apartment complex?
Yep. We're doing some student housing right now up in Rexburg, so we can do the smallest project to the largest project.
So if somebody just wants their kitchen floor redone, you guys still do that?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Doing one in my own house right now, so
oh, I love
included.
That.
Yep.
Okay, so before we get too far into this, because I have a million questions, what are your hours and how do they get a hold of you if they want to come in and talk about this?
Okay, so our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, by appointment only on Saturdays, and if they need to get a hold of us, they can call me direct right on my cell phone, or they can call us at the main phone, the main line.
Can they find all that information on social media? Should they go to a website?
Yes.
How do they do that?
Yep. www.universalflooringif.com is our website.
Perfect.
And they can find us on Facebook, Instagram as well.
Awesome. Can they message you through your Facebook pages?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so easy to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question is what everyone wants to know. If you want new flooring, how long do I have to wait?
Yeah, that's been a little tricky nowadays. Yeah, the bottleneck really has to do with some of our suppliers lately and installation, because we really lack a lot of installers out there based on the demand right now. So what we do a little differently is we pay more to our installers because I only want the best guys.
Smart.
I don't want any issues with my customers. Mm-hmm. I think about the customer first, because I'm an old flooring guy, and that's the way I would want it.
Yes.
And as a customer, I just want to be able to take care of them and their needs.
So what should they plan for? Let's say they want to remodel their house. What if they're looking at their timelines? What's a generality?
Okay, so timeline, you're probably looking at anything that's in stock. We could literally get it here within a week and a half. Mm-hmm. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Labor, depending on what needs to be done, we're typically 2 weeks out on some of hard surface material. Mm-hmm. Other, like hardwood, could be a little further out. Mm-hmm. And carpet, gosh, right now we're probably looking at 3 to 6 weeks.
Gotcha. So if you're planning for that, get on the list.
Absolutely.
And that's what you're looking at. And that really depends on if you have it in stock or if they have to order it.
That's right. If it's on back order, that changes everything.
Makes sense. Well, I think about this as I look around the store. What kind of things are you guys offering? When we talk about flooring, what are we talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, what do you got?
So carpet, we do everything from high-end wools and some mid-range wool for those that are a little bit They love the natural products. And
is it just because it's natural that makes it kind of a high end, the wool?
No,
or is
not
it
necessarily.
Really good wear, or?
Yes, it has better resiliency. So wool will actually not crush or mat down as much as a synthetic fiber like nylon or polyester. But you got to be super careful when you maintain it too. So the cleaner of the wool has to be very educated about what he's doing.
Makes sense. But it could be a little nicer, but you got to take a little more care.
Exactly.
Kind of like marble.
Anything, yeah.
Isn't that marble? Like
Natural
marble
stone.
looks great. A natural stone is different than, it looks great, it's great, but there are certain
little more maintenance.
Makes sense.
But it just withstands the test of time.
Yeah.
Because of its natural characteristics.
Makes sense.
So it's awesome carpet.
Yeah.
So wool, nylons, everything from some high-end nylons. Fabrica is a great line. Anderson Tuftex also has some really nice, beautiful products that are very dense. Density, twist, and the type of fiber are all characteristics of how long that carpet is going to last.
So when you're paying for a little more for a longer, it has to do with
fiber, density, and twist of the individual yarn.
Makes sense.
Construction on the back as well. But the one thing I love about Anderson Tuftex is they cover the spectrum really well. They have some low end, some mid range, and some really high end. Fabrica, more so high end.
So that makes me think of when someone comes in. What if they don't have any idea? This is a huge showroom. I mean, if you don't know where to start, how do you begin that? Is that just coming and meeting with you guys?
Yeah, we really want to find out what the homeowner is doing before we start showing them carpet. One reason why we don't stock carpet is because I feel like when you stock carpet, you're really kind of forcing the customer in a way, leading them in that direction. Well, they may not want to go in that direction.
Makes sense.
So because of my installation background, I want to really place them in the right flooring so they'll be happy. If they're an investor, I'm going to show them different material than if it's somebody who's actually just doing a remodel.
Right.
That's going to be in the house for 20 more years.
Yeah.
If it's that customer, I'm not going to be showing them material that they're going to come back and say, Jason, I hate this stuff.
Yep. Well, and that's what's hard, because I'm looking at this and I go, how do I know this will look good in my entire upstairs when all I get is this? That's a struggle. We haven't changed our carpet out because I can't move from this to this, right?
Yeah,
and that's a struggle.
True. It is. We can order larger samples if needed.
Yeah.
If that's a concern. So you can take that sample in your own lighting, because your own lighting in that house is a really big difference.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
The lighting will make it look different from in here to out there.
Absolutely. I highly, highly recommend, before you put a deposit down for your flooring, take it home, look at it with your colors, make sure it's a good fit for the house.
Well, I mean, because I look at this, I mean, this is super fun. I mean, I think to myself, wow, I would love, or ooh, I would love, but will I love that throughout my whole house?
Yeah, Stanton is beautiful carpet. They have a lot of really unique designs.
Oh, I love those.
Beautiful pieces. They make great carpet for rugs. A lot of these really high-end polyesters aren't going to wear very well for everyday use. But for a really beautiful staircase, a beautiful rug in that family room or that front room, they're nice accents and really make the room come alive.
So that leads me to rug. Okay, so if you have a hard surface, do you guys do the rug where you make, what is it, right? Like if they want a carpet, but they can make it a rug?
Absolutely.
How does that
We can
work?
take any carpet, customize it to any size, bind the edges, put a fiber pad on the back of it so it'll protect the hard surface, hardwood for sure, or an anti-slip pad, which is helpful as well.
Okay, so can I look at this? When you brought this out, I'm like, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I have a rug over my carpet even, just to give it some difference in my living room. How much does that cost? If you want a big 20 by 10 rug with binding, what does that mean?
It
like
really,
beyond the carpet, but like how much does it cost to make the rug?
Oh, well, to actually bind it, it all depends on what you want to bind it with. For example, let me
is
show
that
you
going to be
this
the
one.
answer to all of my questions? Well,
Yes.
it depends.
It really does, because there's so many selections and so many different variables in a carpet, and how dense it is, what the quality is, what the fiber is, what the twist is.
Right.
So it can change a lot.
Yeah.
And depends on what you want to do on the edging.
Oh, my word.
So we could do leather. We can do all types of hand serging, custom, like this piece right here is kind of what you would see in a hand serge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's really pretty.
That is beautiful.
So, yeah,
Because
it really
I think
depends.
about somebody who may have a hard surface in their house. Do you want to rip it all up, or could you make a rug out of some beautiful, and then you're not necessarily as committed
Absolutely.
to all of that? Because
And then when you're done with it, you roll it up,
right?
clean it. If
Clean
it's
it?
a really nice fiber, we can clean
Yeah.
it, no problem. If it's a polyester, just a little, if it's a fiber that might mat down and crush a little quicker, then you roll it up, throw it away, and get
See, now
another
I get to
one.
change carpet more often. So that leads me to
Exactly.
say, should I have a hard surface and then just do some carpets that I can change out every once in a while?
Yeah,
See, now
keep
this
it
is why
fun.
I still have ugly carpet from the 90s, because this is my situation. Well, I mean, I look at this, and this is unbelievable. And I am attracted to this.
Yeah.
But would I love this for 20, 30? I mean, this is supposed to be indestructible, right?
Yeah, well, indestructible, no. I wish floor covering was all indestructible,
Yes.
but most of them will scratch no matter what they tell you. Scratch resistant, yes. Better than a typical hardwood, yes. This is called luxury vinyl plank. It's a floating floor.
Wow, what does
and
that mean?
it clicks together, and it's not glued down to the subfloor. So it just kind of floats.
So it floats on top. Oh.
So if you did ever want, for example, somebody has hardwood, gosh, I'm not really sure I want to tear out my hardwood floor right now. Well, let's put LVP over the top of it. You won't touch your hardwood floor. We'll put all this floating on top. In 10 years, you hate your LVP, and you know what? I think I'm going to refinish my hardwood underneath. Pull out the
So
LVP,
smart.
refinish the hardwood.
So smart.
It's
and
a
does
great
that
option.
save a little cost because you don't have to rip the hardwoods out?
Exactly.
So you just have
and
to
save
lay
you a
it's just-
ton of money.
Isn't that interesting? Well, that's why we go through a million old houses and there's just carpet on top of those beautiful hardwoods.
yeah.
When everybody went away from hardwoods.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Yep.
So smart.
So true.
Amazing. Oh my word, I'm so excited. All right, keep showing us around.
So yeah, and
I'm
this
still looking
one,
at this floor because I love it. I want to lay on it. You're like, I don't know. that'd be
definitely
great.
a rougher look if you're
Yes.
going for that design.
It
if you'd
is.
like to go with some of the trends that are happening.
But by the way, the
now.
reason I like it is I like that it's all different.
Yes, it
I
hides a
lo-
lot.
I love that.
If you're concerned about cleaning a floor every day, this is a great option.
So is this all different types, or is this the
That's
look
the
of it?
actual look.
Oh, I love
design
this.
of that floor.
Oh. Because look, there's gray, there's brown. There, I mean, you could put anything. Okay.
You could. Yep.
Well played on putting that out there. But
Yeah,
you say
easy
this isn't
maintenance.
quite the trend.
No,
Did you just say
it's
that?
really not. Yeah.
Oh.
Some of these paradigm conquests, so these are all our luxury vinyl plank aisles.
Okay, so someone asks, is luxury vinyl plank just basically the new linoleum?
No.
Is that a trick question?
Yeah, not really.
I could ask
Sheet
that a
vinyl
lot.
is a whole different
Okay,
ballgame. This
all
is
right.
a much harder, more denser product.
Okay, all right.
So
All you
LVP,
people that think this is linoleum, it's not.
it's not.
Okay.
100% not. It's a much harder, more rigid product.
Okay.
So it's not going to tear like a sheet vinyl. And it's made so the top layer of it is got a vinyl plank, if you will, but it's adhered to a hard composite that's crushed stone.
Oh, really?
So it actually is really hard material.
Huh,
Considering.
I didn't know that even.
Yeah, really
Interesting.
cool stuff.
is it all of this waterproof?
Yep. Everything you see right in this little U-shaped area is our LVT for tile, luxury vinyl tile,
Oh.
LVP for plank, and all our options that are floating floors.
Uh-huh.
This is the hottest flooring on the market right
Yeah.
now. This is what we're putting everywhere.
It's what, well, I mean, as you talked about this, having that hard surface comes when I think about selling a house. Not everybody likes the same things, but the
Yeah.
idea that you could have a hard surface, but then still have a carpet, rug, a nice, because I like carpet.
Oh, yeah.
But it's because I was raised
Softens
here.
it up.
It's Tommy is from Texas, and everything was tile. And he came here like, what's all this carpet everywhere?
Yeah, it's so much warmer.
Yeah, you're my toes, right?
And regardless of what people think, carpet is a great filter for dust and everything in the home. People think carpet's actually bad for allergies. It is if you don't maintain it, but it's awesome if you do maintain it for airborne particulates.
Does it hold it?
It holds it. It's a great filter, and then if you just regularly maintain that carpet, vacuuming is one, it's huge.
Yeah.
Everybody should vacuum their carpet, and you will clean that filter and keep your air quality that much better.
I didn't know that.
Hard surface, it stays floating on the floor. You open up those doors, it throws it back up in the air. So,
sense.
yeah.
Makes
Easier
sense.
to clean though, but carpet is a better
I
filter.
will counterpoint that.
Yeah.
Don't you have to go over everything twice? Now it's the sweeping and the mopping. My vacuum, I just go one time. That's a personal issue.
Yeah.
Don't venture into that. That's one of those things you're like, I'm just going to walk away. It's just yeah.
Okay,
So I love this.
Yeah, these are some of the latest trends. These really pretty white oak
Oh, beautiful.
colors.
And again, I like that little bit of variance.
Yeah,
It's
a little
not
bit of
just the
variance, but
same.
it's a cleaner look.
Very pretty.
That's
Very
probably
pretty.
been one of our most popular colors.
Well,
these lighter
as we
white
have
oaks.
moved to that modern farmhouse, there's a lot of the light wood
Yeah.
in combination, right?
So
Away from
true.
the dark woods.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting.
Very true.
Beautiful. That's gorgeous.
Easy to maintain too with darker colors. You're going to walk in, especially in our country where we're tracking in the snow and the dirt and so forth. A darker color is going to show all those footprints everywhere. Even though it'll look beautiful, maintained,
cleaned.
this floor, it'll hide a little bit of that.
Interesting.
A little
So,
less maintenance.
I would question on this.
Yeah.
So this, as I see this gray tone, are we moving out of the gray line? Are people moving? Is this going away?
Yeah, it has been.
Uh-huh.
It has been. These are probably our most popular colors right now.
Yeah.
Grays, we're fading away from that.
Wow.
I guess it's happening about right timing, but the tiles and so forth are still staying fairly gray.
Ah, interesting.
White and grays are super popular for the tiles and for LVT and for actual tile.
Okay, let's talk about LVT. So these
Yeah.
are all LVP.
P for plank.
What is LVT?
T's are all your tile designs. So here would
So
be
it
a
looks,
stone
instead of
look.
wood, it looks like tile.
Yep, looks like a natural stone.
And it's still the LV. I didn't. Huh?
No, LVT. Yep.
LVT.
Luxury vinyl
Is it
tile.
the same material, just
Yep,
a different
all
look?
waterproof, clicks together,
Oh,
exactly the
wow.
same, just a print. Believe it or not, LVP and LVT, this is literally a photo print that is adhered to a vinyl layer that is adhered to a composite crushed stone.
goodness.
And then on the very back is a pad, a sound reducing pad. And that's how they make that. With a clear coat
technology.
over the top to protect everything.
Awesome. So do you choose just the LVT if you're looking for the tile? Because I mean, are these LVTs?
Yep.
Because these have
Anything you
kind
see
of
here,
a
this
wood
is a
look.
T. This is an LVP
Ooh, beautiful.
for plank.
Oh, that's a plank.
That's a plank.
Oh. Does it matter which one? LVT versus LVP? Why would you pick one or the other?
Some people like to go with a hardwood plank in the majority of the home, but in the bathrooms, they want a tile look. So for design purposes and to keep the floor all level without transition points where you go from an LVP floor into an actual tile bathroom, sometimes you get a height difference.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so this is an option to keep the floor nice and
I feel
flat.
like I'm learning so much today. And I'm in real estate. I should know this stuff. Okay, so now we've done LVP, LVT.
Yep.
But now can we talk about tile?
Yeah, tile. We provide a
There's so many beautiful things.
tile by Surface Art.
Ooh.
They've had
Well, see,
some
I'm already
of our,
like, ooh, look at that. That's a good first one. That's beautiful.
This is my background. I have been a tile installer for a very long time. That's where I started, way back out of high school. I've been in the flooring business for, gosh, going on 26, 27 years. So tile was it.
Tile was it.
Yeah, we did a lot of tile and carpet. And
Well, when you have especially like a warmer climate, people like the tile.
yes.
But for the tile, if you have pets is LVPT better than tile, or tile better than if you have pets on your
Yeah,
part?
you know what? Tile is probably going to hold up a little better for pets, but I don't want to scare you away from the LVP or LVTs because they actually wear very well. With repetitious movement on a specific area, yes, it will scratch over time.
Gotcha.
We highly recommend felt pads and so forth under chairs and tables, anything that's moving constantly.
Gotcha.
Just like hardwood. We would say the same things for hardwood as we would say for LVP.
But not the issue with tile.
Not typically.
But tile is harder.
It is much harder. It's colder. So without in-floor heat, it's going to be a much colder floor. And if you ever want to remodel in the future, because you're tired of that tile floor after 5 or 10 years, it's going to be a little more expensive to tear this out than an LVP, LVT floor.
So on this, so we're talking about that because this is also the kind of the thing, right? Is you're putting in tile that looks like wood.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Is that still the hot thing going on right now?
Not necessarily. I would say most of our tile sales are kitchen backsplashes above the granite slabs or the quartz, which is really moving right now.
Very popular.
Yep.
Well, that's where we started to look at some beautiful,
showers. We
looking
look at the
some
mosaics for the showers.
Beautiful stuff.
Yes, we love tile for wet areas. We
Makes
love
sense.
it because we can't put an LVP on a shower wall.
So why
Doesn't
is
make
that
sense.
if it's waterproof?
Because
I've never been able to
it's
ask
still
this question.
flexible. You got to be able to mortar. You got to be able to thin set and use a waterproof on the backside. So that flooring, a lot of people think LVP, it's waterproof. It's going to save my subfloor underneath in a flood. That's incorrect. The flooring is waterproof. If you have a flood and that water gets underneath that LVP, chances are you have other issues.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the cool thing is you could unclick that floor
and
you
get to it easy.
You can get to it easy, and then you could click. If you're careful, you could put that floor all back together. So
interesting.
it really is interesting. We've had pieces in water submersed in jars for over 4 to 5 years and is never delaminated or pulled apart. So it is waterproof.
Wow.
It's pretty neat stuff.
So in this, if you're thinking about this, you might for major floors.
Yep.
This
major
area,
areas, they love
but if
the
it's
LVP.
going to be watery, you want to look
Wet
at tile.
areas, let's look at tile for your showers and backsplashes.
Gotcha. That was been a question I've wanted to ask somebody forever is, if this is truly waterproof, why aren't we seeing showers, all this LVP?
Yeah, please don't do that.
Please don't do that. All right, that makes sense. So I love that. So we've got tile, and I love all of the cool, this is also what we're seeing, this neat new, which is probably not new, it's probably retro
really
patterns.
Pretty.
It's beautiful.
It looks so pretty in some farm design homes as well.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Are these
gorgeous.
significantly more expensive, the patterned ones, or is it just... Are you going to tell me it depends?
It depends.
I'm not going to get any answers out of you. Very politically correct.
And pricing is always customized too, based on the amount.
Right.
I never want to just give a price and blind shot it, because what if that customer has 2,000 square feet of floor? I'm going to work extra hard. I'm going to call my rep, see if I can get a better deal, and then I'm going to give that better deal to my customer because of that volume. And if it's a 30 square foot bathroom, that's harder to negotiate with my vendors to get a better price.
Makes perfect sense. All right, let's go to the last one that everybody loves. Hardwoods.
Yep. So this is where most of our hardwood is.
Gorgeous.
I love natural products. We love them. They're always, every plank is different and unique. So we provide...
So what is the hardwood? Not to interrupt, but now of course, this is what happens when things come out of my brain. What is the hardwood versus the engineered hardwood?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Because that's everybody, I know there's refitted, but there's a difference, right?
Yeah,
okay.
There is a difference. Some people actually think the engineered hardwood is just fake. And that is not true. It is real hardwood. So if I can show you, this is a great example right here. If you look at the side of this hardwood plank, you're going to see the actual layer of the oak or the maple or the hickory that is adhered to a multi-ply foundation that gives you the overall thickness of the hardwood floor.
So normally a normal hardwood is
all the way through.
Gotcha.
But wood is a living, breathing floor. It gets happy, it gets sad, it gets angry,
Oh my
and
goodness.
it'll show itself through a lack of humidity, a lack of, if the temperatures are too dramatic, the changes, it's going to show itself that it's not very happy.
Interesting.
So it'll start cracking on you. Checking is a term that we use when the wood starts to split right down the middle. And so those humidity levels aren't where they need to be. So hardwood, the more of it, the more temperamental it's going to be.
So these are moody floors. If you're going for hardwood, these are a high maintenance girlfriend.
Not necessarily.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no, because then I wouldn't love it as much,
That's,
right?
well, you know those high maintenance, they're good looking girls. Not always.
No,
Sometimes
yeah,
that's all fake. So
debatable.
in this, so are these less moody?
So yes, they are. The solid hardwood is going to expand and contract a lot more than an engineered hardwood would be.
Makes sense.
So I'm a big fan of it. I love this stuff. You staple it down. The installation process is exactly the same. It's just given a little more stability in that ply so it doesn't move as much. And one of my favorites is the finishes. So the staining, the aluminum oxide finishes that go over the top of the stain is done in a factory where you can get sometimes 25 to 50 year finish warranties.
Really?
Whereas a typical hardwood that's done in the home, that the way that we've done it for years, is done by an installer who uses his own polyurethane or water-based topical coatings that typically have to be redone depending on the use. Could be every couple years. It could be, depending on traffic, it could be a little further out than that.
Wow.
So engineered, it's going to give you a little bit different staining options, some gorgeous, this is Du Chateau, and they make
That
some
sounds very fancy.
gorgeous hardwood
is
floors
beautiful. That
you
is
just
gorgeous.
flat out. It's going to be
And
very
I
difficult.
love the way they feel, because you just feel that. Yeah. I love that.
That would be very, very hard to do in the field, based just with a raw hardwood to
So
match
is
that.
this a similar installation and cost to a natural hardwood,
so
an engineer?
This would be a cheaper installation price because the finishing is already done.
Oh, they
So
don't have
you're
to
going to
go
pay
in.
more for the material but less in labor. But on a typical 3/4 inch solid floor, like this is a hickory,
Oh, I love hickory.
something like that, you're going to pay a little less on the material, but you'll pay more on the labor.
Because they have
Sometimes
to
it
do the
washes
finishing out. Sometimes it washes out. So you're not expecting a big difference,
Not-
but could.
Yeah, depends, right?
Great.
The
Everything
famous answer
depends.
right there. It all
Oh,
depends
gotcha.
on quality. How thick is the top layer of that hardwood? Some of the less expensive engineered hardwoods are going to be very thin on the top. So if you drop something on that edge, it might chip a little quicker. That's going to be a little less expensive, but that might be what that customer needs for that particular home and based on their budget.
Yeah, and then they still get a hardwood.
Yep.
Very
And we'll
cool.
educate them on that. We never want them to buy something that they just don't understand what they're buying.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I could look around here all day and never ever change the floor in my house because I like all of them. I'm like, but I love that concept of really kind of having someone help you and think through the process and really think about you having it a long time. How long have you been doing this?
Long time.
A long
Yeah.
time.
Right out of high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Right out of high school.
So 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's been probably like 26, 27 years now.
Wow.
I think that's about right.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I was
That's
selling suits, and my buddy said, come do tile with my dad and I. I tried it, loved it, and I've been in this industry ever since. Yep.
That's awesome.
It's done well for us, and
Yeah.
we enjoy it. We love seeing the before and afters, that's really a treat to see people really happy after they change the look of their whole home.
I get distracted by all the pretty shiny things. So in this, if we were to, let's walk this way.
Yeah.
If someone is saying, let's get done, I know you're going to tell me it depends. So I don't know why I'm going to ask this. But let's say somebody wants an idea of what it's going to cost to redo their home with new carpet or flooring or whatever it is. Let's go that standard Idaho Falls house that 75% of us live in, 2,500 square feet, main floor, basement, stairs. What are we talking if you were
Just
saying
mid-range.
just kind of mid-range? What should they plan on budget-wise?
On carpet, if you're going to go with a polyester mid-range carpet, which is because of price, we can get you in a very thick carpet in a polyester that feels very luxurious for less money than we can a nylon, because a nylon is actually going to give you a better resiliency. It's not going to mat down as much. Polyester has a tendency to crush and mat down a little quicker.
So
but something like that, you'd be right around $4 a square foot for carpet.
So if you have a house that is 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,500, I mean, this is the standard house around, how much square footage of your 2,500 do you decide on how much your $4 per square foot is?
It all depends on, if you're saying if all the carpet.
Yeah, if you're saying all carpet, but you don't have your couple
bedrooms.
bathrooms in your kitchen, do they go 75% of their house, or is it really just got to be measured?
You know what? In that case, I would just say, call us, let us come out, do a measurement. We have digital devices that we use Bluetooth with a digital software where we actually give you a blueprint of your whole interior of the home.
Wow.
So you can have, if you haven't had any, you can have like a little mini blueprint of that house if you didn't build that house. But we can do a perimeter measure, and then we can lay out all your seams and utilize your waste properly so that we can get those numbers to where they need to be to give you a proper quote.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're not going to, if your house is 2,500 square feet, you're not going to pay 2,500 square feet, but it's going to be hefty because there's got to be waste, right? Because everything you can't,
That's
little
right,
to me,
especially for carpet.
Gotcha.
A lot of people will measure themselves, come in our store and say, hey, I've got 2,500 square feet. I need carpet. Can you give me a price?
Yeah.
Then my next question is, are you a carpet installer? And most of the time, that's
I'll give
no.
you my answer that everyone says when they sell their house. Well, I've sold my house quite a few times, and so I think I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
I'm not teasing all of you Fizbos out there.
Yeah, with carpet, it's a different beast because it's linear goods. It only comes in rolls, and it's typically about 12 feet. Most of the carpet manufacturers make carpet 12 feet long. So I have to utilize, if you have a room that's a 14 by 14, I can go a 12 foot by 14, but I got to fill that 2 foot by 14. And I'm not going to order another 14 footer because now I've got a 10 by 14 left over.
Yes.
So it's an extreme,
art.
Yeah, it kind of is. You have to lay it out right to make sure the homeowner's going to be happy with the price.
How much does it cost to have you come out and measure?
Free.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How soon does that happen if they want to have? Do they need a plan that's going to be a couple weeks out for you guys to measure?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Typically, it's a week.
Okay.
Week and a half. We can get to you and get it measured, and we can get you some hard numbers based on what you select.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This is so cool. This is a really cool place. And I can't believe I feel like it's Pinterest in here. You just go and flip through and see all of the stuff, and it's very fun. I didn't ask what this is.
This is all our sheet vinyl.
Which is the
Comes in sheets, old school sheet
Linoleum.
vinyls.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Do
some
people
really cool
still put
designs.
this in?
You know, not as much, but I think it'll have a comeback.
Yeah.
LVT is really swallowing a lot of the market.
Yeah.
The wood guys are all unhappy because LVT has taken their share.
Yeah.
And tile, they're not too happy about it either.
Yeah.
So here they are trying to make wood looks, and
Yep.
they're not too happy about it. I think there's a little war going on between them all.
I'm sure.
LVT's on top. They're loving it. But sheet vinyl will come back, and every once in a while we do one where a homeowner is just like, you know what? I don't want all the seams.
Yeah.
I don't want, if there is a leak, how can I not make sure it doesn't go in between all my planks if my house is flooded or whatever?
Yeah.
If it's flooded, that's a different issue.
Yeah.
But a larger water spill on sheet good, it's going to capture it and it's going to stay on top. So
interesting.
That's, if you think about hospitals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They use those really hospital grade sheet vinyls. They'll typically never go with an LVP in those situations because of that.
Because
they
there
really
are
want
seams.
to. Yep, they want to make sure that whole floor is sealed in.
I never thought about that with this. Is this better than the old stuff from the 70s?
It is.
I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't the same stuff, right?
No.
I can't imagine with the technology world.
Yeah, with the technology today, they're
Yeah.
actually, a lot of these sheet vinyls are guaranteeing that they won't tear, which we weren't familiar with years ago.
Interesting. Yeah, because that's the thing is don't slide your fridge.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You'll rip it. And how many times have we been in a house where you get that little triangle rip?
Yep.
Because of the refrigerator being
Exactly
moved.
right.
So a lot
this
of
is
these have
different.
that diamond technology to it.
Really?
Yeah, and they
So
just
in
guarantee
a
not to
bathroom?
tear. Bathrooms, yep.
Oh my goodness.
Bathrooms, kitchens, and we don't do a ton of it, but every once in a while we have a specific room where a homeowner is just like, you know what, just give me something that I can get in there,
Yeah.
no seams, mop it real quick, and get out.
Is it less expensive? Or is it because
Yes
it's...
and no. There depends.
Oh, great. Here we go again. No, I'm just
Depends
kidding.
on the quality of the construction and the quality of the vinyl. There are cheaper sheet vinyls, just like carpet. There are cheaper options, and there are more expensive options.
There we go. It depends. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. It's just like those beautiful tiles. I love that pattern. If you want that
a lot
look.
of those look like that. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Really
Awesome.
pretty.
Okay. All right, Jason. Did we miss anything? Did I forget to ask about something? Because there's been awesome stuff today.
I think you covered it all.
It's amazing.
I would think just give us a chance.
Yeah.
Come by and see us. Take a look at our showroom and trust the fact that we've been in the industry a long time, and I think we could really make you a happy customer if you come shop with us.
So awesome. Thank you so much. This has been so educational and so fun. And appreciate it. You guys check it out. We're here at Universal Flooring over here in Idaho Falls. Check out their Facebook page, link below. Go to their website, links in their Facebook page, and come and take a look. This might be this thing that keeps you in love with your house. And if you aren't, call me to sell it. And thank you very much. All right, this has been Jessica Carton with Murdock Manwaring Company, a real estate group. Your nosy neighbors keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
So the Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors are going to keep you in the know.